Let's head to the voicemail of Truth and Reason.
Hi, this is Mustafa, 50-year Browns fan. I'd just like to give a little accolades to somebody that didn't get very many this offseason, and that's Jerome Ford. I mean, he played solid for us last year, broke some pretty big plays for us, and I think he's getting overshadowed. You know, the return of Nick Chubb and also the receivers that we picked up and also the defense. I think his play is getting overshadowed, and he's going to be one to watch for this season. Go Browns.
So I appreciate all of the voicemails. Sam, the thing about Ford. Ford had some really big explosive runs, but there are a lot. I think it was almost 16% of his runs no yards or 1 yard gains, and that's. I know both tackles were injured, so I preface it with that. It's got to be better than it was.
Yeah, I think the caller kind of summed it up well. He had some really solid play for them. And given expectations, maybe he's right that he does deserve more credit for that. A fifth round draft pick, a guy that sort of came out of nowhere to be the primary backup, and suddenly now he's got to be the starter with Nick Chubb's catastrophic injury. Playing the way he did was a pleasant surprise. Like, that was a good result for that player. And he had some really impressive runs, some spectacular runs in there, a bunch of explosive plays. I think a few things worked against him or work against him long term. They don't seem to have ever trusted him to carry the load. I think he had 20 carries once over the course of the season. Late in the year, Kareem Hunt started to see a much bigger role as well. And it's almost like the longer they went on, the more Ford's playing time was being diminished or shrunken. He had a lot of drops last year as well. If you wanted him to be an every down back going forward, a factor in all phases of the game, I think he had 9 drops. So the receiving element of that is a bit of a question mark as well. Overall, I think he definitely showed that he can obviously play at this level. He can make some spectacular plays, but I think they're right to let's try and build in more contingency. Let's try and get a specialist receiving back, and a guy like Naheem Hines can be that, someone that can take those plays on third down. And then let's just make sure we have another option, because they haven't trusted him to get 25, 30 carries in a game. They want to divide up that workload if they can.